reason to think that he can't carry on his progression.
Okay, we're set to go. Let's find out what's going to win the feature with Mike.
And racing for the £80,000 Unibet London Sprint Series final. What a cracking race this should be. Appolo 1 got away to his usual good start. Total Commitment right up there in the noseband, green jacket. Intervention, the orange cap, though, is faster than the two of them and leads them into the bend there, with Papa Stewart taking up fourth position. Just looking round there to see Stripe Red on the black cap there of Ophelios on the rail. Wider out Dream Composer, first folio of the grey, trapped by the other grey. That's Aramis Grey. Together there with Ivor Secret at the back of the field, Tiger Crusade and Tolstoy brings up the rear as they approach the entrance to the home straight and the halfway point in the Unibet London Sprint Series final. So Intervention over on the far side, then Total Commitment in the white cap. Right behind them, Appolo 1 then looking for a bit of a run now as they begin to pick up the tempo from the two pole. Behind then is First Folio and Aramis Grey. Stripe Red is driven hard on the outside behind Ophelios. Then from the back of the field, trying to make up ground is Papa Store. Appolo 1 though is in front here, entering the final 100 yards or so. Thrusting home Aramis Grey on the inside. Appolo 1 and Aramis Grey. Appolo 1 all out to hang on and wins it from Aramis Grey, with Ophelios close up third. Then on the inside, First Folio and Total Commitment. Great finish.
Appolo 1 wins the final and turns the table with Aramis Grey. Just a week ago, they had taken in the qualifier where Aramis Grey picked up Appolo Grey late, but it was a different type of race today. And once again on the card at Kempton, positioning has been particularly key, with Aramis Grey making up plenty of ground, but couldn't quite get to grips with Appolo 1, who has really, has been looking for an opportunity like this to get back to winning ways. Hadn't been in the winners' enclosure since winning the Spring Cup as a 3-year-old at listed level at Lingfield on the all-weather. That was back in March of last year, but really had shown enough to suggest a race like this could be there for the taking. There were loads of chances in it. Intervention had taken them along and was battling away. Total Commitment up there as well. First Folio staying on from the back as well, as was Aramis Grey. And Ophelios as well, having travelled into it really nicely, has run a cracker, as he always does. He's rarely out, well, he hasn't been out of the first two for Mick Appleby since switching, and has run another creditable race. But Niall, it's good to see Appolo 1 finally cash in and finally get a good opportunity for him to do so. And what better than the final?
Yeah, for Market 94, smart performance. Well done, the connections, good payday for them. And Richard Kingscote doubles up in the evening, beats his old friend, the Mayor Aramis Grey, in second place for Ray Guest and Callum Shepherd, and Ophelios back in third place for Michael Appleby and Kieran Fallon. Let's watch it back. The winner comes from stall 4, the second from stall 2, the third from stall 3. And from stall 7, Intervention is going to get out and get across and take them along, George.
Yeah, and it was obviously a plot to roll along with Intervention from stall 7, and you can see Theodore Ladd is keen to get over, and he's ensured that there's a strong pace, and it's really helped Richard Kingscote's cause here, because Appolo 1, who's racing in his hands, was able to get cover going around that top bend, and for me that's a win and lose of the race there now. He's just had a nice pitch in behind, racing a little bit in his hands, but in a relatively good rhythm.
Or if the horse in front wasn't there, he would have been very much in danger of over-racing.
He'd have over-raced, yeah, for sure. So it's worked out really well for Richard Kingscote, and Appolo 1 is backing up that form 7 days ago. Aramis Grey, who's a couple of rows further back, has run a tremendous race, but a couple of pounds wrong.
Ophelios travelled strong, he's run well.
Yeah, Ophelios looked the main danger, didn't it? And he was a little bit tight for room. I suppose the head-on will be quite revealing. I don't think the run got stopped, but Kieran Fallon would have just preferred that to open up a fraction sooner, maybe.
And head-on will reveal the Aramis Grey right over that far side. Looked like she got a good run through. Let's check out if she did, as we take the head-on. Just waiting for the cutaway, and Kingscote's just winding up and watching Aramis Grey, the very closest to the Grey on our left hand side. She's got plenty of room. Intervention here as well. No real hard luck stories.
No, it was as I say, I just felt Ophelios had to wait for a fraction for a run. Aramis Grey's run, she's just really likeable now, and she's very consistent. I think the horse probably to watch out going forward is Total Commitment. He's definitely on a workable mark, and I would have thought one of these will fall his way pretty soon through the winter months.
Yeah, he'd be able to drop into easier grade as well, won't he?
Yeah, for sure. This is a very effort. You know, people have been plotting this as the series final, good prize money, and I would have thought one of these races, slightly easier assignment, will fall his way soon.
Okay, but it's Appolo 1. And it's Richard Kingscote. A fine day's work once again. How many times we said that this year? He's finished for the evening. We've got one race left. We're going to tidy up the SPs for our feature. 100 to 30 favoured. Well done, the connections. Aramis Gray second at 13 to 2, and Aphelios back at third place at 4 to 1. Time over the 6 furlong trip for our penultimate and feature race is 1:11:42. 0.62 outside standard. Good horses, good gallop, best time of the night, no surprise.